Namaste and welcome to this 20 minutes hip opening routine. My name is Sara Lyn and I welcome you here on the mat and on my YouTube channel today. If you have 2 yoga blocks, they may be useful for this sequence to make the deep hip opening a bit more accessible for you. Otherwise, it's fine to do it without the blocks as well. So let's start lying down, coming onto our back and onto the mat. Placing the feet in front of the hips parallel towards the long sides of the mat. Let's take a couple of big breaths to arrive here in the body, on the mat. Placing the hands onto the lower belly, taking a big breath through the nose in, and then exhale out through the mouth. Again, big inhale all the way deep down into belly. And then exhale to relax the shoulders down and into the mat underneath. Once again, big inhale, deep down into belly. And then exhale to even relax the jaw in your mouth. And then placing the hands next to your hips. Begin to roll up the lower back. Lifting the hips up high, coming into a little bridge position, and then lift your arms all the way overhead as you inhale. Now, as you exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself back down and bring your arms down as well. Again, lift your hips up high. Stay here, big inhale to raise the arms overhead. Feel that opening of your chest, maybe even roll onto your tippy toes, and then vertebrae by vertebrae back down again. Bring your arms next to your hips, and then one more time, lift your hips up high, begin to engage your glutes, raise the arms overhead, lift the heels if you can, big inhale, and then exhale, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself back down. Beautiful. Then grab both of your knees, begin to circle your hips, open and close those legs, in and exhale. And then place that right foot in front of you and lift the left leg to the top. Flex the foot and then bring the leg to the side a little bit. Flex the foot to the side, and as you inhale, bring it back in. Flex the foot, exhale, bring that left leg to the side. And then from here, place that foot on top of the right thigh, slightly pushing the left leg away from you. And then lift the right leg, coming into thread the needle pose. Let's stay here for a couple of big breaths. Make sure that your chin slightly stays tucked, neck nice and long. One more big breath in. And then exhale to release. Place the left foot down and lift the right leg to the top. Point those toes and then flex the foot and slightly bring the leg towards the right side. Again, point and flex to the side without moving the other leg. Just the right leg moving and coming back to center for figure 4 on this side. Thread the needle by interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh, or maybe even on top of the chin to make that stretch a bit more intense. Try to keep your spine as flat as you can onto the mat. Take another big inhale here. Exhale, pull those legs closer if you can. And then release. Beautiful. Grab both of your knees once again, circle those hips. And then grab the outer edges of your feet. Bring the soles of the feet together and slightly shift the weight from left to right. Now roll the upper body up and bring it back down 3 times. Chin towards the chest, gaze up, and then roll yourself back down. Keep that lower back as flat as you can. Feel those hips wide and open, and then just roll yourself up and down a couple of times so that we can meet in a Baddha Konasana. Keeping the outer edges of the feet together, or if you have a block, you may place it now in between your feet to open up your hips into this external rotation even a bit more. Beautiful. Then slowly release the block. Bring the feet back together, maybe slightly more in. Feel that wide opening now. Take another big breath in, lift your chest. And then exhale to release and place your feet in front of you, mat width apart, swinging your knees from side to side into this windshield wiper movement. And then place your feet parallel to each other in front of you. Lift your chest and then lift your hips up high once again into a reverse tabletop position. Just like before in your bridge, keep your glutes engaged, your core engaged, and then find your way back down. Place that left foot on top of the right thigh, once again coming back into that figure 4 shape. See if you can stretch out through the spine once again, and whenever you're ready, lift your hips back up. Feel that great opening. Inhale, and then exhale, sit back down. And now keep the legs how they are and just shift them towards the right side, coming into a first gentle twist. Before you're gonna release, and then we're gonna repeat on the other side. Right foot on top of the left thigh. Lift your chest, and then lift your hip up high. Big inhale here. Exhale slowly back down. Beautiful. Now swing those legs to the left side. Open up your chest once again. Big inhale into that twist. And then exhale to release and swing your legs to the back of your mat, coming into an active child's pose. Keeping the toes in the back tucked. And from here, we're going to roll the chin towards the chest, vertebrae by vertebrae. Find your way into a big cobra. Shift your hips towards the wrist and then sit back into child's pose. Inhale here for length. Exhale to roll yourself to the front. Flatten your feet in the back and lift your heart space. Once again, inhale, sit back. Exhale, ripple yourself back into that big opening. Inhale here. And then this time, exhale to bring the forehead down. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears a couple of times. Keeping your elbows close and then lift your chest, small cobra. Inhale. Exhale, forehead back down. 2 more times like this. Inhale to lift the chest. And exhale. Push into your hands next time. Stretch out through the arms. Lift your thighs if you can into a wider opening, upward dog. And then release back into your child's pose. This time flatten your feet in the back and just feel for a moment. Relax your back. And then let's meet back in a tabletop position. From here, we're going to lift the right leg to the side and we're going to just circle from that hip. Inhale to open, exhale to close back in. And the next time, stretch that leg out to the side. Place the foot parallel to the long side of the mat and lift your right arm to the top. Inhale. Exhale, shift that arm through. Pulse and then open. Inhale. Exhale, wrap that arm through and pulse. Again, inhale to open, exhale to pulse. Inhale to open, and this time exhale, shift that long leg to the short end of your mat, setting it up for a Vashisthasana side plank position. And in this case, we really want to cross the legs in the back so you can squeeze your inner thighs and your glutes together. Lift your hips up high and then bring your left knee back down. Level your hips. Beautiful. So that you can this time step the right foot next to your right hand. Now it could actually be useful to use your yoga blocks. If you have 2 of them, just grab them to elevate your hands, supporting yourself, moving back and forth into that hip opening. So stretch out through the front leg and then lean back into that lizard pose. You can of course do it without the blocks as well. Just keep breathing as you move back and forth here. And then we're gonna meet in that lizard pose. From here, we're gonna twist and go a bit deeper into that hip. So place your right hand onto your outer thigh, roll onto the outer edge of that front foot and open up your chest. Big breath in here. And then slowly release. Push your hands back down, maybe even into your blocks to lift that front leg up high, coming into a 3-legged dog. Opening up that hip. And then from here, we're gonna bring that bended knee back to the front into a pigeon pose. A deep, deep hip opening. Feel free to place a block underneath your right butt cheek. You may want to come onto your forearms. Bring that head down if you can and just relax into that big hip opening here. Big, big belly breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Relax your neck, relax your jaw. Even relax your toes, your feet. Great. And then walk your hands all the way back. Lift the upper body. Tuck the back toes. Maybe use the support of your blocks and then step it back into downward facing dog. So the elevation of your hands onto the yoga blocks will give you more stretch in your hamstrings. From here, we're going to roll into a plank, chaturanga down, lift your chest up high, maybe coming into that up dog once again. Otherwise, find your way through a cobra back. And then we're going to meet in a downward facing dog. Beautiful. So from here, let's bring the knees back down so we can repeat everything on the other side. Lifting that left knee now, and then circle that hip wide and open. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Inhale to open, exhale to close. And then lengthen that leg to the side. Lift your left arm, inhale, exhale to pulse. Inhale to open. Exhale, thread that arm through the right side and then open up to the left as you inhale. Beautiful. Next time we're going to stay open, shifting that long leg to the short end of your mat and then squeeze your inner thighs for Vashisthasana side plank. Really squeeze those glutes together. We're targeting the deep hip muscles as well. And then from here, we're going to find our way back into lizard pose. Maybe elevating your hands onto 2 blocks. Shift yourself back and forth. Stay connected with the breath. And then let's meet in that lizard stretch. Open up through the left side of your body by slightly rolling onto the outer edge of that left foot. Last big inhale here. And then exhale once again. Sit back and then step it into your 3-legged dog once again. This time to shift your left leg to the front into pigeon pose. Again, feel free to use a block supporting your left hip. And then come onto your forearms. Let the head fall down. Keep breathing deeply into belly. Big, big belly breaths enabling you to shout out to your system that it's okay to relax any tension, letting go of that in your left hip. Beautiful. Then walk your hands back and find your way into a seated position. So this time we're just gonna swing that right leg to the front. rolling the shoulders away from the ears, and then let's roll back down onto our backs. Grabbing the left knee first, so the one that we just finished with. Stretch out through the right leg and then twist that left leg to the right side. Opening up into that beautiful twist. And if you can even bend the other leg as well, grabbing that foot with your left hand. Letting the right hand rest onto your thigh. A little reminder to once again relaxing that upper hip as you keep breathing deeply into belly. Beautiful. And find your way back to center. Let's repeat it on the other side. Grab your right knee closer to the chest. Relax your neck before we're going to twist it to the other side. So shift your right leg to the left. And if you wanted to, you could also bend the left leg and grab the outside of that left foot. Opening up your chest by rolling your chin back towards your shoulder. Keep breathing from belly to heart. Big breath in. Out to relax that outer hip, that upper hip especially. And then slowly find your way back to center. Release your legs and open. Close it back in one more time. Just like in the beginning, we're going to grab the outer edges of the feet this time, coming into a happy baby pose. The final hip opening. Swinging yourself from side to side or just stretching out through the lower back. Feel that connection between your hips and your spine. One more time, big breath in. And then out to release and relax your legs into a Shavasana. Keeping those palms open. Your eyes closed, your facial muscles, your jaw relaxed, and sending all your attention, love, and the breath deep down into the lower body parts. Big belly breaths, relaxing your hips, your glutes, your thighs. For this little moment of peace and relaxation. And then, of course, you can stay here as long as you like. Otherwise, begin to deepen your breaths. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, stretch out through the arms. Give yourself a last little stretch here. And then roll onto your side body. And slowly find your way back into a seated position. Cross-legged seat if you wanted to. Lengthen your spine, lift the crown of your head. And whenever you're ready, raise your arms all the way up towards the sky. Big inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your hands in front of the heart, bow down. Give a big thanks to your hips down there. And a big thanks to yourself by showing up on the mat today. I hope to see you here very soon again. So please do not forget to subscribe the channel and leave your thumb so that we can practice another time in future. See you.